Mike's up. Studio is live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. Welcome to the Locker Room 981 here on Smooth 98.1, where we talk sports with the number one sports analyst in Nigeria,
That's right.
Tega Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Morning,
Good morning.
Tega.
Good morning, Lagos.
How
I'm
you
feeling
doing
so
today?
good myself.
You feel good with yourself.
I'm not smiling at you. You went to do fine girl yesterday. I've been looking at your pictures these days. I don't like the way you are doing.
So you never looked at her pictures before?
She's doing like ripe popo.
I
I don't like it. I
I'm
don't like
ripe
it.
for the picking.
You're ripe for the
Once I've
picking.
been picked.
I'm telling you.
Don't be talking like this. But yeah, you're right. It's my brother. You have been picked.
Serious.
Every other person carry your eye away.
Carry it.
Just admire and walk on by.
I'm the custodian.
No,
No custodian.
There's only
No,
one
we don't need
custodian.
any third party.
Office, on air, under the sea, everywhere.
Admire and walk on by. Yeah.
Wow.
Hi, Lagos, if you'd like to be a part of the conversation as a custodian of the Locker Room 91, please send your message to WhatsApp 0809-444-0981.
Yes, please. And Twitter is at Smooth91FM. The hashtag is LockerRoom981. Send us messages across, and we're streaming live on YouTube so you can watch.
All right, we already have a message. I have to read this one. So Randolph says, so just so you know, Tega, I'm late to work because I want to hear your views about yesterday's Liverpool game.
Yeah, a man of God. We are going to talk about it. We are definitely.
All right, let's talk about our first story before we head on to, before we talk about that story. Adopt an Athlete initiative will change sports narrative, and this is according to the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dari. He said this on Monday, speaking at the launch of the adoption campaign at the Civic Center in Victoria Island, Lagos. He called on well-meaning Nigerians to come together to ensure Team Nigeria succeeds in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. This is why we want the corporate world to come in and support our quest to do well at the Olympics. Government cannot do it alone. The hope of the athletes is to be at the Olympics or the World Championship for their sport, to stand on the podium and fly their country's flag. They want to be the reasons why Nigeria's flag should be hoisted and the national anthem is sung while the world watches.
Okay, so let me put this out there. Minister Sunday Dare is doing a lot of, he's thinking the right way.
Yeah.
We just have to re-strategize with a few things, but you can tell that he has a vision, he has a purpose, he has a plan, and he's working on those plans, and he's collaborating with everybody that can make this vision come true. Now, Tokyo 2020 is in July next year. We are already late with preparation. Real people that wanted to win plenty gold medals, they started 4 years ago. We are already late in our preparation. However, because our athletes have competed in international, other international events, they could use that as part of their preparation for the Tokyo Olympics. Okay. But what he's trying to do is to ensure that no athlete is doing GoFundMe come June or July. And so he had this plan where he had a dinner, brought in philanthropists and some corporate bodies. You know
what, Tega? You didn't allow me to talk before you started analysis. I was going to say, this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Are you sure he didn't borrow a leaf from someone? So kudos to you. You need your accolades. You need to receive it. Tega did this at the LIS International, and all you were doing was giving a platform for corporates to invest in ladies.
And before now, it's so convenient that before now they never thought to do anything like this.
So well done. Really
but let's just move this along. Off edges. But what it is that he invited everybody, and then he said, okay, these are the athletes that are going, and these are some medal hopefuls. Put your money here. And so some philanthropists actually did adopt an athlete. Odunayo Adekuroye, the wrestler who I think will bring a medal, was adopted. Toby Amuson, the 110-meter, she was also adopted. So a few athletes were adopted by some philanthropists. It is not the best start to have. I would have loved to see like a card paying service. I will not mention their name. They don't need to mention their name. They know what to do. But this card paying service has adopted at least 75 international athletes. They have a Nigerian on their list, Divine Oduduru. Those are the kind of partnerships I want to see long term.
Yes.
Because I've said it time and time again, until people start viewing sports as a business and not charity, we are not going to maximize the industry at all. But this is a step in the right direction. This is a good start.
Yeah.
So what it means is that for international athletes, I think you get $20,000. For local athletes, you get $10,000 if you adopt 10. What it means is that at least they will not beg to Tokyo.
Yeah.
After Tokyo, we can work on that. But for now, those athletes are settled, and then we see how we follow there. I think Odunaya Adokore is one of those people that I think can get a medal. My question is gold or bronze, but she is, and I've seen the steady growth in her career and the medals she's brought, not just in Africa, but on the world stage. So I'm hoping for something good. So it was a good one that she was adopted.
That's good.
And,
Really, this is good news.
Talking about the forum that they had, can I just also add that they used Civic Center in Victoria?
It was. I mean, the similarities is uncanny.
They're using a Windows computer, is Control C. For Mac, it's Command C.
All right, we have Mr. Brutalistics in the studio. He walked in while Tega was speaking. Morning to Brutalistics.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning,
Good to have you on
everyone.
the show.
Nice to be here.
All right, let's go to the next story now. Serie has apologized after imagery of monkeys were used in artwork for an anti-racism campaign. The league received heavy criticism from Italian clubs AC Milan and Roma, as well as anti-discrimination organizations for the posters. In a statement that was credited to the league's chief executive, Luigi De Silvio, in a statement, he said, quote, "I realized it was inappropriate." He added, "What cannot be questioned is the strong and constant condemnation by Serie A against all forms of discrimination and racism, and we are committed to eradicating this from our beloved league."
So I would like to know at what point he realized it was inappropriate.
Oh no.
Was it when they commissioned the work, when they saw the draft of the work, or when they actually launched the thing?
No. I first of all, let's paint a picture. Let's give people the background. Okay, so the first background was they drafted this. They started this campaign, this Say No to Racism campaign, to try and push for integration. Integration, brotherhood, and unity in the Italian Serie. So they're trying to integrate people. They're trying to create brotherhood in the Serie. So what they're saying to me in Italian Serie is that they think Black people are monkeys, because what they did, that's how I understand by it. Because if you're trying to create integration and brotherhood, and then you put monkeys there, you're trying to familiarize human beings with monkeys so that human beings don't make monkey sounds when they see those people. So what you're saying to me is that Black people are monkeys to you, which is why I've been saying it. In Italy, I don't think that they know that they are racists. I think they think it's natural for them to think that Black people and monkeys go hand in hand.
No society can be that naive, can it?
No. It's not naivety. It's I'm looking.
Buffoonery?
No, you're not. You're still polite.
Deep-seated ignorance?
Yes, really very polite.
Idiocy?
You're getting to that
I
level.
love the expanse of your dictionary.
You're getting so. Do you understand why? Because it was they wanted to build integration, and then they used monkeys. How about just using the faces of the Black athletes in Italy and saying, familiarize yourself with these human beings. They're human beings too.
Then the artist that was defending his work
He said
had
we
the
are all-
effrontery to say that we're
we are
all
all
monkeys,
monkeys.
and yet you could not design one of the monkeys with Caucasian skin tone. Amadioha will visit his artwork shortly.
I don't even know where to start from. And
What?
To make it upsetting,
He took it there.
they first launched it. After launching it, they had a whole conference for this thing.
Honestly,
Yes.
For the image.
Yes.
it's
And
been out a
the
couple of
image is
days.
supposed to go up in the headquarters of the Italian Serie.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be there as a campaign of Say No to Racism. Which is why I'm telling you that these people don't know that this thing is racism.
Then
I'm
they-
telling you.
I'm sorry. I believe that they can't tell me they don't
No,
know.
but then they should get training. You should.
No,
train-
no,
this,
no,
this
no.
problem,
Wait,
this
wait, do you
problem,
know I'm saying that?
PhD course will not solve this idiocy.
That's what I'm saying. You see, it's not that they're ignorant or naive. It's that it
It was that one. What I said.
That's what he said. That's all I can say.
unbelievable.
Because what level? That's how they see black people. At the end of the day, whether we speak English, whether we are liberal about it, whether we are polite or tolerant, that's how they see black people. That's why they're trying to familiarize the rest of the city with the image.
But guess how the artist justified it? He said, I mean, he's monkeys because we're all monkeys.
And that's what
That's what-
that's
he
what
should
Doug
have, he
was
should have
saying.
painted 2 out of those 3.
I don't know why that sounded like Me
Incognito-
Too to me.
No, it doesn't sound like Me Too. It's not even the same fight. They're not even in this
Kind of
fight.
feels like me wants you to slap me.
Eh.
Like, it's just that's what it feels like.
Since we're on the letter M, MI from Akoka says, Minister of Sports be out here doing the Lord's work, saying all the right things. I'm hopeful, Sha. Uncle Balolo, please keep it moving, Biko. And then he said,
Ewoni, Guardian of the Galaxy, Super Mario has beaten you to this game of Ayo, pun intended. Love it.
You need to screenshot that.
Yeah, I need to.
Bravo says, good morning. That Christmas song by, okay.
Also, thank you.
You
Well
guys reacted
noted.
to the songs.
Yeah.
This one from Josh. It says, Tega, they want us to accept the way they see us, and we should stop getting offended that they see us that way.
No, how would I be offended? What's that supposed to
Why
mean?
can't they also accept the way we see ourselves?
Exactly.
No, say no to racism. There's no
Exactly.
explanation.
No
for that.
explanation.
There's no explanation for that.
Randolph says Tega is right. Racism is actually in blood, in Italian blood. He said they actually do not know what calling us monkeys is a bad thing. MI says, in Devo's voice, a cool realization. Racism has been institutionalized in the Serie A monkey art for an inclusion campaign. Are you flipping kidding me?
Honestly, I can't even believe it. And Lulu says, I agree with Tega 100%. In Italy, they truly, genuinely don't believe they're racist. It's really sad. Thank you very much. Move on to our next one. Benzema salvages Madrid draw with Clasico looming. Real Madrid manager Zinedine Zidane says they have to believe today's El Clasico against fierce rivals Barcelona will go ahead. Both clubs disagreed with calls to switch the game to Madrid, but will share the same hotel in the lead up to today's game and travel at the same time 2 hours before kickoff amid security concerns.
Oh, look, this the tension in Barcelona at the moment is not conducive for football, and I think it's a credit to everyone involved that they are making every effort to make sure that this game goes ahead. And it's commendable. Both teams, I mean, to the point, for whatever reason, they just seem to be like, oh no, you take the top of the La Liga table. No. Let's be civilized. It's your turn and all of that stuff. For whatever reason, over the weekend, they just refuse to win. You know, in Barcelona's case, you can understand that they've had problems with this team repeatedly, regardless of which manager is in charge. It's a bogey team for them. Real Madrid, sometimes you don't understand.
And the fact that they had 24 hours notice.
What spirit turns up at their games sometimes? There are games that they should easily overrun teams, and then you just find them struggling, you know. And this is its second coming of Zidane. It's proving a lot of people are looking at it like, you know, first time was a charm, this time not so much. That said, this is an El Clasico. For whatever reason, people's spirits turn up. The atmosphere is highly charged. The emotions run high and things like that. And I fully expect this to be a game that will carry all those trappings and give us a good game. The outcome will depend on Messi and Ramos, I think.
Right, we'll find out what the outcome is today. It's later today. What time is it happening?
20:55. What does
Okay,
that
8:55.
So 5
All
minutes to
right,
9.
so we cannot wait for Wednesday to review. We'll go on a break right now. When we come back, it'll be time to banter better with Coca-Cola. Stay tuned.
Yes, start setting up your draft. For some reason, yes, that traveling together is really interesting because usually Barcelona players will just come straight from their houses in there. A lot of them drive the same car. I don't know why. Okay, sponsor.
That one means say.
Hey, I didn't think it all.
Do you think that what?
I can't give people this gossip on air. Hey, that means
Yeah, so look at you read it.
I will give you gossip off air. Anyways, but this one is different.
Buy key bottle of Coca-Cola, take home your side. Make you day fresh to banter better. Banter better with Coca-Cola.
That's
Official soft drink partner of the English.
one of the good news of doing certain things.
We're back in.
is in fifth place. Is he close enough? Is he close enough? Yes. Here comes the goal. It should be fun. Yes. Look out!
This segment is brought to you by
Isn't that
Coca-Cola, the official sponsor of the English Premier League. Banter better.
Mike's
with
up. Studio is
Coca-Cola.
live. It's time to banter better with Coca-Cola. Don't forget, for this segment, it's brought to you by Coca-Cola, and you have to use the hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola for your comments going forward. If you'd like us to read out your comments, kindly use that hashtag. If you'd like to send us a message on Twitter, it's at smooth981fm, hashtag lockerroom981, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola, and of course on WhatsApp, it's 0809444091.
And please put your messages devoid of vulgar terms and just be as respectful as possible.
Yeah.
And no derogatory remarks.
Don't be the Italian Syria. Hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Nice
Yeah.
one.
I'm done, Tega. I'm done with you. Should we talk about Madrid?
No.
Okay. Let's move on now to talk more sports. Now, Carabao Cup semi-finals is in view. Aston Villa eased into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup after beating the youngest side of the Liverpool's in Liverpool's history 5-0, 5-0. Some friends will say 5 Bondo on Tuesday night. With Liverpool's first team out in Qatar ahead of the Club World Cup semi-final against Mexican side Monterrey on Wednesday. 11 changes were made and 5 debuts were handed out from the start as under-23 boss Neil Critchley took charge at Villa Park.
Okay, I'll say this. First of all, I don't know how to banter with these people because rightly so, it was Liverpool under 23. Even the coach had changed, and you can't argue too much about this because when these draws were made, Liverpool had asked that, look, they're going to play in the FIFA Club World Cup today. They have a match today, and you wanted them to play last night. And one is in England, one is in Doha. It wasn't. Liverpool had pushed that candidates be shifted. At least if there's a replay, we'll shift data. And the FA refused, and so Liverpool were like, okay, I have a choice to make. Should I choose FA Cup or should I choose FIFA World Cup? Jurgen Klopp chose FIFA World Cup Club. Yeah, that's what he did. He was like, if I'm still here next year, chances are I may win FA Cup, but I don't know that I'll win UEFA Champions League back to back. No guarantee. So I might as well just go there and win. And if I do half team here, half team there, I may win neither here or there. Why don't I just put all my eggs with the FIFA World Cup? And that's what he did. So I cannot banter with Liverpool about this because it was their under 23 team that took on a largely first team Aston Villa side. Now, the question here I would like to ask is, what will the FA do about this? Because this is the integrity of their cup competition that was put into question. At the end of the day, I remember it was a Wolves Man U match that Wolves were fined because Wolves decided that we can't beat Man U. So they changed their team and they put their second string team. And they were fined for the how they putting the integrity of the competition yes at risk. It was basically like throwing a fight. And so when you so they were fined for that. And so when you set a precedence like that as the FA, what are you going to do to Liverpool now? Because what Liverpool clearly did was that they decided that your cup was not important to them. And they went to FIFA Club. And what you also did, because you could have also moved the dates, what you also did was you were making Liverpool to pick. I like to think that most associations would want to push their clubs in international tournaments, but I now realize that it's about business. No, there are no sentiments here. Liverpool's on there. So at the end of the day, you can't really. I think the only people that will be very upset will be the Arsenal team, because we are here and we are available to play. Why did you beat us via penalties only to dash the match to Aston Villa?
Exactly.
No. Can we not make excuses for Arsenal? It's the same children
that would have beaten them.
The same children that beat them then that collected this 5. It is the same.
No, there was a mix.
What's it called? Randolph, who's been waiting for you in his car, says, please talk about the ridiculous celebrations from Aston Villa.
It's not easy.
Liverpool
is Liverpool.
Liverpool is Liverpool.
Whether it's Liverpool feeder team, Liverpool Academy, Liverpool Girls Cookies Scout Cell team is Liverpool.
So long as they're wearing that jersey, it's Liverpool.
It's
In
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Beat what is in front of you and beat it well.
People have an issue with the way they were celebrating. The video says Aston Villa players are just shameless. If you see the way they were celebrating after for SS3 boys that were preparing for senior WAEC, El Clasico will be hot tonight.
Please remember to put hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola.
Taya did the right thing. He said hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. So Liverpool eventually lost after trying with Arsenal.
That's what we're honestly.
And
There
then
you
I
go.
says, Tega, you that was feeling like that you what?
You know that feeling that you get.
Oh, I see. When someone has been bullying you all your life, and then the person traveled and you took it out on the younger one. So Aston Villa left those players in the pool of their own red. Now waiting at there, we'll see for the other side. Hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. I think
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Chimobi Victor, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. Tega, must you rub Arsenal into your analysis? We are out already, so don't make us feel bad.
she wants you back in.
Well, I mean, to be fair, even if you were not out then, you probably have been out now. So
And then
Take it.
this one is from Tony from Ogba. It says, Tony from Coca this time around. So no excuse because the match was between Aston Villa versus Liverpool.
Right.
Hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on to our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He says Man United Mason Greenwood is almost impossible to drop. He's making it hard for me to leave him out. He said, I remember when I came to the club and I kept scoring a few goals, and even though I felt I could have performed better, the manager's comments were it's hard to keep players who score out of the team. It is very, very difficult now to put a team out there without having Mason in my mind.
look, he came on. He started. I think he started him in that game against Everton at the weekend, and he came up with effectively an important goal for them. Shall we say that goal aside, the performance of the Manchester United team against an Everton side that are below them in the league table is not entirely surprising, and there have been critics of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coaching style when he's playing against teams where his team has to hold possession, as against when he can hit you on the counter, a la Manchester City, Tottenham, and Liverpool. I think you saw the performances were better because they were on the counter attacking, but it's almost as if Manchester United loses the plot when they have to impose themselves possession-wise, and that's a conundrum that they have to address. To be fair, in that game against against Everton, I beg your pardon, they were quite profligate. They missed some really important chances at the start of the game, but it's that ability to sustain that pressure, maintain possession, and stamp your authority on the game that is lacking in an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer Manchester United team at the moment, and I think that is what is the difference between them and getting into the top 4 this season. Because make no mistake, that 4th spot is open season on it. Everybody that is contesting for that role at the moment is dropping points like flies. Look at Tottenham from 14th or so; they're now chasing that. So it's that developing that consistency. Credit to Greenwood; he's done well for himself, and he probably still has a lot more to learn as a striker. But we'll see how it goes. The truth of the matter is, if he doesn't play him, who is he really going to play in Manchester United?
Me.
All right, so we have Big T says, but hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. The FA can shout all they want. You beat Pekin and say make it no shout. Make them play for England now. Fly go do I will play today, then be sick. Please give it up for my pigeon.
Well done. Chimobi Victor from Alaba International says, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. Please give credit to Aston Villa team because it was the same team they fed against Arsenal and they defeated them. This is as a result of Unai Emery's tactics.
That's what Butelistic said. It's the same thing. All right, we have a few more comments. We'll read through them. We'll try to get as many as possible this morning.
The number is 0809 444 981. IK from Navy Town says, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. Anti-Tega, please tell that artist that black or colored people are not monkeys. Or if he accepts that he's a monkey, that one is his problem. I don't blame him. I blame his biology and evolution teacher in secondary school.
Alright, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. Shegun from Mishaga says, I'm not surprised by Liverpool's defeat last night. The lowest squad number was 51, so they were hit for 5.
Yeah.
Let's look at this next story on Guardiola. He sees no reason for assistant to stay at Man City. In his words, quotes, "It is a good argument. Why not? It's uncomfortable for me. It's a question for Mikel. I'm not in his brain. We talk about it a little bit, but his feelings are his feelings. If he decides to move, I wish him all the best for him, his family, and for his professional future. I'll beat him." That's a joke.
No, if they meet head to head, I can almost say that can almost be certain that he'll beat him. However, he's right. This decision at the end of the day comes down to Mikel Arteta. If Arsenal are willing to offer him a job, who is Pep Guardiola to say, but this assistant position is a good one, so sit with me? You can't say that. The guy is going to move for his career, for his CV, and for everything, for his future and everything that his life is about. He's about to move. That being said, I'm a bit baffled at an Arsenal side that wants a Mikel Arteta for a coach. Forget. I don't know how he became a conversation. I don't understand it. Maybe because he sits beside Pep Guardiola, they think that knowledge is transferred by osmosis. Perhaps I'm sitting beside brutalistics. People should give me all your legal work. I will floor it. And I will say this for an Arsenal side. It is an Arsenal side. Even if you are rebuilding, you cannot take a Mikel Arteta who has let me tell you his best CV sitting beside Pep Guardiola. Even when let's look at it. He went from Arsene Wenger, who was a professor. Even when Arsene Wenger was coming to Arsenal, at least he had coached Chinese. Please tell me where Mikel Arteta has coached. You should have even started him with feeder team. Let's know that he has coached something. You're telling me the boys are saying he inspires us, he talks to us before the game. That's what I do. If you listen to me in front of my TV, different is I do it in my house. He does it on the pitch side. We are saying the same thing. So you'll be inspired. Leave that matter. I'm disappointed that he's in this conversation. But if I'm Mikel Arteta and they gave it to me, I will take it. Because I still have 1 or 2 players there I can work with. And since they are claiming that it's long term, they won't mind if I finish 6th or 7th. All of a sudden, I've become a middle team club. I'm a middle table manager. And I will stay there.
All right. Look. And now we have Zizi Classic, hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. He says, "Dear Barcelona FC, on behalf of all the fans, all we need today in the El Clasico is a win. Thank you. I laugh. Liverpool in Barcelona."
Chile says, "Good morning, guys. We might not like it, but our closest cousins are monkeys, which invariably are making us all one. Now because
Chile,
thank you very much.
It's your people that sold your people to slavery.
No, it's distasteful. Banter better with Coca-Cola."
MI from Akweka says, "So Arsenal wants to hire Arteta because he did IT under Pep. Now waiting Jon Snow no go see for Winterfell."
Stop it.
Liverpool
like that.
Club, ask FIFA about Qatar human rights issues, not me. I have an opinion on football, but this is a real serious thing to talk about, I think, and the answers should come from people who know about it."
Okay, sorry. I wanted to take that story, but I think we should do more of the
comments before, because we have a number of them. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody is asking, Kesta, it says, "Please add your names to your messages." Tega, please, which team did Guardiola manage before he managed Barcelona?
He managed Barcelona team B. You must have had to. No.
Calm down.
Banter better with Coca-Cola, Tega. Banter better
Emeka
with
from
Coca-Cola.
Amuwo, banter better with Coca-Cola says Pep Guardiola had no experience when he took over Barca, so that was
I'm
on his
sorry,
decline.
that is incorrect.
That is
incorrect.
Education 101. He bantered team B. He coached Barcelona team B. Mikel Arteta has not, even Mertesacker is coaching academy team. Coach something. Because when you stand on your own as a decision maker, it's different. I tell people, when you live in your parents' house, even if you are the one paying the bills, it's different from when you live in your own house and you're paying the bills. It's 2 different things. Coach one place first. Ikotun High Secondary School. Coach it. Even if it's 2 months, then we can take it from there.
Take it from them.
I came from Navy Town sent in this one. Hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. If Anthony Martial is not careful, he might find himself behind Greenwood in a pecking order come 2020. Yes, Martial is talented, but talent is not everything. You need to work hard and smart, and he's not doing so. I still do not understand what Arsenal sees in Arteta. Just because he sits with Pep does not make you Pep. Red card show for Sergio Ramos today. Last.
Hey.
Then wrapping up our conversation this morning, Big T is here with hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola. On Arteta as coach for Arsenal, he was hired because of optics. It's easy to write his name on the jersey. Arsenal, Arteta, it's optics.
Big T,
Nice
Big
one.
T, know that now. Hands up where you are.
All right, Lagos, thank you so much for bantering with us this morning. Again, this segment was brought to you by Coca-Cola. Thank you, Tega, at Tega Supreme on Twitter. And of course, find out the work she does with ladies in sports at LIS International. Thank you, Brutalistics, for coming this morning. And you find him at Brutalistics on Twitter. We're here on Twitter at Smooth981FM. Follow us throughout the day for all our shows. Next up, it's Lagos Talks 981, where we open the message portal for you to express yourselves on one of the topics from earlier today.